awareness to feel the legs and the feet and the toes. And you might experience this through sensation. They might be intense, they might be absent, they might be dull, or there might be more of an energetic sense of the legs. But we're inviting our awareness to fully inhabit the legs, the feet, the toes. Coming to the buttocks, sitting on the chair, lying on the bed. If you're standing, being aware of the buttocks, letting them be soft. Allowing awareness to flow into the lower part of the torso, the lower back at the back and the belly at the front, the sides. Feeling inside breathing in this part of the body. Expanding on the in-breath, subsiding on the out-breath. Allowing our awareness to feel the upper part of the torso now. The chest at the front, ribs, lungs, breastbone, all expanding on the in-breath, subsiding on the out-breath. And the back, the upper back, the back of the ribs, the back of the lungs, the spine, the shoulder blades. Breathing inside the upper back. Effortless breathing, but allowing this part of the body to fully participate. The sides of the ribs. Now being aware of the legs and the whole torso together, the breadth of that, the stability of that, and the movement as we breathe. Having a sense of resting awareness inside the body. And letting the arms fall away from the body and the shoulders to fall away from the midline of the body. Having the hands supported somehow or other. So the arms can rest in gravity. Feeling the way breathing expresses itself in the shoulders. Effortless, a receptive awareness. And allowing the arms, the hands, the fingers to be full of awareness. And again, this might be through sensation, or it might be more energetic, might be a sense. Coming up now into the neck and the head. Having the head poised on the top of the spine if we're upright. Giving the weight of the head up to the pillow or the cushion if you're lying down. Seeing if we can release around the base of the skull. Being aware of the head and the face. The eyes, the cheeks, nose, lips, tongue, jaw. Letting the air of the breath flow freely through the back of the mouth on the way in and on the way out of the body. Deep inside the head, the brain is resting in a cradle of bones that also flex with breathing. You won't feel this directly, but I find it really helpful to imagine that my brain is just resting in this little cradle where there is a kind of pliability, a softness. And now let's broaden our awareness to aware of the whole body, sitting here, lying here, standing. Feeding the hedgehog at the moment, where we've got this precise awareness of our direct embodied experience. We know what's happening. We feel the sensations and movements of breathing. We feel different sensations in the body. This unpleasant sensation, see if you can resist the impulse of contracting it, against them. It can be so automatic to tense, to push away. See if you can let the sensations be there and notice the way they're not static, but they're changing moment by moment. And breathing with these sensations. So we're staying open and receptive to all of our experience. Letting go of a tendency to push and pull against experience. What about your thoughts? What kind of thoughts are flowing through the mind? It's normal to think, but maybe you can be a little bit less identified with the content of your thoughts. See them more as mental events rather than facts. So you can imagine that awareness itself is like a blue sky, vast and boundless. Your thoughts are like clouds floating across the blue sky. So we can shift our focus to awareness itself rather than being so caught up with the activity of the mind. And what sort of emotional tone is present? Turning towards this with curiosity. And if it's difficult or unpleasant in any way, again, seeing if we can feel into its fluid and changing nature. It's not a static state. Even a very stuck state has got some kind of movement in it. If you're feeling positive, happy, buoyant, then resting there, enjoying that. If you don't know what you're feeling, that's fine. Just sit with the not knowing and breathing in the body. And now let's lift our gaze, as it were. Turn to the fox, feed the fox. So let's broaden our awareness to have a sense in our imagination of all the other people here with us. There's 59 of us. In Spain, Sweden, America, England, Wales, Scotland, maybe other places. And here we all are together, breathing. Having the incredible courage to sit with our direct experience, to come close to what it means to be human right now. It's very brave because usually we distract ourselves. But there's also such a sense of relief I find when I just stop and come closer and rest. So being aware of everyone, all engaged in a similar endeavor in our own way, in our own place. Being aware of our environment, maybe any sounds that are present. If it's quiet, being aware of the silence. Being aware of any other people in our home, our house, all that we share as human beings. And staying centered and grounded, present, we can expand our awareness to include the whole world, however we want to. Could be a general sense of all the other people, all the other creatures of nature, of life. Maybe you might prefer to think about one or two specific individuals. but feeling into the sense of connectedness that we have with all of life, the flow of life. I like to get a sense of the whole world breathing, and I just sit here breathing with a sense of life breathing, in a sense. All the other humans, all the other creatures. This rhythm, this flow. In my imagination, I need never feel isolated and alone. And to finish, let's bring the weight of the body to the foreground of awareness, breathing in the body to the foreground of awareness. So we're stable, grounded, present, breathing. When you're ready, you can begin to bring a little bit of movement into the body. And I always find it very interesting, if I say move my hands, to notice a kind of habit of tensing against the movement. And I find it really helpful to keep my breathing soft as I move. So it's like my awareness is inside movement without resistance. So opening the eyes when you're ready, moving the body however you want to. And bringing the practice to a close, obviously. So thank you all very much for practicing with us. It's a very beautiful thing to do together. And I do think we need it. We need it any time, but we need it especially in these times. Sense of both sort of precise awareness of oneself and an ability to work with that, and then also awareness of the breadth of life. Yeah, so if you want to, you could put something in the chat box to say goodbye, or you could just quietly leave if you would like to. And we'll be back next week. See you again next week, and have a good week, and stay present and kind. Okay, so if we want to, you could, let me put you on gallery view so I can see you all. And you could unmute yourselves and say goodbye if you'd like to.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye. Thank
Bye,
you.
everyone.
Bye.
Thank you, Vidyamala.
Bye.
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 Thank you.
That's nice.
Bye.
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 Bye. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Love you all.
Yes.
Bye. Thank
See you
you.
next
Thank
week.
you.
Bye.
Yeah, see you all next
Bye.
week.
Thank
you.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you so much. Wonderful.
Bye.